Have you ever paused to reflect on why some people appear to embrace aging with grace, while others seem trapped in a cycle of bitterness, isolation, or regret? What is the key to not merely enduring old age, but flourishing in it? If you aspire to spend your later years surrounded by peace, earning respect, and enjoying true happiness, it begins with understanding a few profound yet simple truths about how we communicate, act, and choose the company we keep. In this discussion, we will delve into 3 critical areas that can transform your approach to aging. The things you should never say, the actions you should avoid, and the types of people to steer clear of. These are not just abstract concepts. They are practical, life-altering insights that can reshape your daily interactions, strengthen your relationships, and safeguard your mental well-being. By fully engaging with these ideas, you will discover how to speak in a way that commands respect, recognize and avoid behaviors that sap your energy, and cultivate an environment that fosters happiness and longevity. We will explore the transformative power of thoughtful communication, intentional actions, and deliberate relationship choices. Together, we will unlock the secrets to making your golden years truly shine. If you have not already done so, subscribe to this channel and activate the notification bell to ensure you don't miss out on any valuable insights. Now, let's begin this journey to a more fulfilling and graceful aging experience. 3 things not to say, 3 things not to do, and 3 people not to play with for the secret to aging gracefully and wisely. Hello everyone, and welcome. As we grow older, we inevitably accumulate a wealth of experiences, both joyful and challenging, that shape us into who we are. But with age often comes a unique set of emotional and mental hurdles. We may find ourselves wondering, how can we preserve the respect of others? How can we ensure that our later years are filled with peace, love, and the fulfillment of meaningful relationships? The answer lies in the wisdom of how we engage with the world around us. In our golden years, the way we communicate, behave, and select the company we keep can make all the difference in how we experience our aging journey. It's not just about growing older. It's about growing wiser, nurturing relationships, and finding serenity in our lives. There are certain things we should refrain from saying, actions we should avoid, and types of people we should distance ourselves from to ensure that our mental and emotional well-being remains intact as we age. This may seem like simple advice at first, but these small shifts in behavior can have a profound impact on our quality of life as we grow older. In fact, understanding the 3 key external factors, those common traps that many people fall into, is crucial to creating a life that is both peaceful and full of purpose. Throughout this video, we will explore these seemingly simple yet powerful principles. Together, we'll learn how to not only gain and maintain respect from those around us, but also how to live intentionally, with a clear sense of purpose and grace. It's about more than just surviving. It's about thriving in our later years, with wisdom, dignity, and a heart full of joy. First, 3 things not to say. 1. Don't speak of others' weaknesses. There's an old saying that resonates deeply, one that advises us to refrain from blaming others for their mistakes, exposing their flaws, or holding on to their wrongs. By doing so, we nurture our own virtues and avoid bringing unnecessary misfortune upon ourselves. This isn't just wise advice. It's a foundational principle for living a peaceful and fulfilling life. Being mindful of what we say is not only a matter of politeness, but it's also a way to protect ourselves from the negative consequences of rash words. We all make mistakes. No matter how successful, intelligent, or accomplished someone may seem, we all have flaws, and we all falter. It's part of the human experience. The people around us, no matter their status, are also learning and evolving. It's important to recognize that this is a shared experience among all of us, regardless of age or background. Moreover, everyone carries a sense of self-worth, a spiritual value that should be respected. Words, as powerful as they are, can easily wound, and once spoken, they cannot be taken back. Careless remarks about someone's shortcomings can erode relationships, create permanent emotional damage, and foster resentment that can last a lifetime. Wise people understand this, so they avoid hastily pointing out flaws, especially in public or at moments of vulnerability. Instead, they take the time to see things from the other person's perspective. They know that harsh criticism can lead to feelings of shame, inferiority, or defensiveness, which can spiral into negative actions and distance in relationships. What sets wise individuals apart is their ability to offer constructive feedback, carefully and thoughtfully, when the time is right. They understand that true guidance helps others reflect and grow, without causing harm to their dignity. When advice is given with empathy and respect, it not only fosters improvement but also deepens the trust between people. Choosing not to speak of others' weaknesses is also a way to cultivate your virtues. Words, after all, are like a double-edged sword. They have the power to heal and uplift, but they can also wound and create lasting scars. By holding back from commenting on trivial flaws, you avoid stirring up unnecessary drama and instead create a more positive and harmonious environment for everyone around you. People can speak freely, knowing they won't be judged harshly, and that is how healthy, loving relationships are formed. In life, we are constantly interacting and resonating with others. If you choose not to hurt, insult, or undermine those around you, you open yourself up to receiving trust, love, and respect in return. There's so much negativity and criticism in the world. Why not choose to be someone who brings light, joy, and peace to the people around them? If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Remember, the power of words is immeasurable. A kind word can heal a heart, a well-timed piece of advice can change someone's life, and support can inspire incredible personal growth. Always choose to speak less about others' weaknesses and more about encouragement, kindness, and constructive support. This is the path of wisdom, and it's the secret to creating lasting, meaningful relationships, ones that enrich not only the lives of others but your own as well. 2. Don't brag about yourself. In the past, there was a belief that being praised by others was a sign of accomplishment, but if you praised yourself, it was simply seen as bragging. This lesson is timeless and applies to all stages of life. Bragging doesn't increase your self-worth. It can do the opposite, diminishing how others perceive you. As the ancient philosopher Laozi wisely said, "Those who do not think themselves to be right are wise. Those who don't boast have their merits recognized, and those who are not arrogant see their endeavors prosper." These words underscore the value of humility, a virtue that fosters intellectual and emotional growth, making it not just a moral principle but a life skill. When you refrain from boasting, others will come to recognize your worth through your actions, achievements, and the way you carry yourself, not through self-congratulatory words. Truly great people, those who are genuinely skilled or accomplished, don't feel the need to shout about their success. Their actions and results speak louder than any words ever could. Confidence that is rooted in humility doesn't need to be proclaimed. It's evident in how you respond to challenges and carry yourself through life's ups and downs. Humble people command respect not by talking about themselves, but by letting their actions do the talking. This quiet confidence, rooted in experience and integrity, earns admiration without needing to be explained. On the other hand, constant boasting only distances you from others. When you're always talking about your achievements, accomplishments, or how much better you are than others, people begin to feel uncomfortable. They may start to avoid you, refuse to listen to your opinions, or feel reluctant to cooperate with you. This kind of behavior can be isolating and damaging to both personal relationships and professional connections. Moreover, bragging carries with it unnecessary pressure. When you constantly talk about how great you are, you set the bar higher and higher for yourself, forcing you to always prove that you're the best. This can create a lot of mental strain and fatigue as you try to live up to an image you've created. The truth is, if you're genuinely talented, successful, or accomplished, there's no need to boast about it. Your actions and achievements will naturally speak for themselves. Allowing your accomplishments to stand on their own not only earns you respect but also sets a powerful example for those around you. People are drawn to authenticity and real success, not hollow words. When you let your work and actions shine, you inspire others to strive for their excellence, without the need for excessive talk or self-promotion. Remember, humility doesn't mean downplaying your accomplishments. It means allowing them to be recognized without the need for constant validation or praise. True greatness is quiet, confident, and speaks for itself. 3. Don't speak meaningless or worthless things. There's an ancient story that beautifully illustrates the power of thoughtful communication. One day, a disciple approached his teacher and asked, "Is it better to talk more or less?" Instead of answering directly, the teacher shared a profound tale. The frog croaks day and night. Its mouth is dry and its insides bitter, but who would enjoy its croaking? On the other hand, the bird only sings 3 times each morning, and people appreciate it, grateful for the way it wakes them up on time. This story holds a timeless lesson. Words hold value only when they are spoken at the right moment, in the right context, and with genuine meaning. Meaningless chatter not only wastes time but can also make others uncomfortable and diminish the speaker's credibility. In a world full of noise, it's essential to understand the power of silence and meaningful conversation. Wise individuals don't measure their worth by how much they speak but by the depth and impact of their words. They choose to speak less but with purpose. They understand that well-chosen words can inspire, motivate, and build trust. By speaking thoughtfully and sparingly, they foster meaningful connections and leave a lasting impression on others. Conversely, those who speak incessantly without saying much often fail to make a meaningful impact. Long-winded or aimless conversations can bore and distract listeners. When words lose their significance, they may be perceived as lacking eloquence or depth. Excessive talking can erode the speaker's influence and cause them to be dismissed as someone who lacks substance. Learning the art of speaking less and speaking well is a critical skill in both personal and professional relationships. It demonstrates emotional intelligence and respect for others' time and attention. Every word you say should have a purpose. Before you speak, ask yourself, do these words truly add value? Are they necessary, or are they just noise? Being mindful of the power of your words is an essential part of building strong, meaningful relationships. Additionally, knowing when to stay silent is just as important. Silence is not always golden, but it provides space for reflection, observation, and deeper understanding. By holding back unnecessary words, you create opportunities to listen and learn from those around you. When you choose to speak, your words will carry more weight and significance, making others more likely to value your input. Remember, words can either uplift or diminish. Used wisely, they can motivate, inspire, and heal. But empty words can leave a lasting negative impression, passing by like the wind without making any impact. When you speak, ensure your words have true value. Speak less, but let your words be meaningful and intentional, leaving a deep and positive mark on your listeners. Second, 3 things not to do. 1. Don't compare yourself to others. Constantly comparing yourself to others is a sure path to personal frustration and unhappiness. This isn't just some advice, it's an undeniable truth that resonates throughout life. When you find yourself constantly measuring your worth against someone else's, all you end up with is exhaustion, envy, and disappointment. Particularly when you compare yourself to those whose circumstances, abilities, or life experiences are vastly different from your own, it can leave you feeling discouraged and robbed of any sense of genuine happiness. Every person's life is a unique journey, and no 2 paths are identical. Some are born into wealth and privilege, while others must overcome significant challenges to carve out their success. If you spend your time focusing on what others have, whether it's material possessions, achievements, or recognition, you lose sight of what truly matters: your personal growth and potential. Instead of constantly comparing, learn to value what you have, no matter how small it may seem. If you must compare, do so in a way that helps you grow. Compare yourself to the person you were yesterday. Ask yourself, have I made progress today? Have I learned something new? How have I improved my life or myself today? This is the most valuable form of comparison, one that fosters self-improvement, growth, and fulfillment. It allows you to see your progress and motivates you to keep striving forward. Remember, everyone is on their path with different goals, timelines, and challenges. Constant comparisons not only waste your time but also prevent you from living fully in the present moment. Life isn't a race. It's about self-discovery, personal growth, and embracing your journey. Rather than wasting your energy comparing yourself to others, invest it in enhancing your value. Learn new skills, set and achieve personal goals, and focus on your well-being. These are the things that bring real joy and fulfillment, not the constant, draining cycle of comparisons. In the end, comparing yourself to others serves no purpose and only adds unnecessary pressure to your life. Instead, learn to appreciate and love yourself, focusing on your growth and happiness. When you stop comparing, you'll realize that true contentment doesn't come from measuring your life against someone else's. It comes from being proud of who you are and where you've come from. 2. Don't hurt others. Jealousy might feel like a unique emotion, but there's an old saying that perfectly captures its dangers. Trying to hurt others is also hurting yourself. When jealousy, resentment, or a desire to harm others arise, not only do you damage relationships, but you also trap yourself in a storm of negative emotions that disrupt your peace of mind. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. It's essential to understand that every individual has their intrinsic value and is facing struggles and challenges in their own life. When someone else achieves something significant, instead of feeling jealous, try celebrating their success. Sharing in someone else's joy doesn't just calm your own heart, it also strengthens genuine and long-lasting relationships. When you're happy for others, you create a sense of goodwill that ripples outward. If you find yourself feeling overshadowed by someone else's success, instead of feeling defeated or trying to tear them down, allow their achievements to inspire you. There's something to learn from everyone, and seeing others succeed can serve as a powerful motivator for self-improvement. This is the mindset of those who are truly mature and committed to personal growth. In times when others are in need, offer your help with an open heart and genuine sincerity. It doesn't always take grand gestures. Small acts of kindness and kind words can have a profound impact on someone's day or even their life. Offering help not only strengthens bonds but also creates a sense of gratitude, which adds meaning to your life and fosters deep connections. Living with an open heart means avoiding the toxic emotions of jealousy, anger, or resentment. It's not just about being kind to others. It's about creating a mindset where negativity doesn't dominate. People who approach life with goodwill and authenticity attract kindness and positive energy in return. Always remember, the intention to harm others brings harm to both you and the person you target. Acts of malice often leave you feeling anxious, unsettled, and out of balance. On the other hand, living a life based on integrity, kindness, and sincerity not only enriches your relationships but also creates a peaceful and harmonious environment for you. In essence, living with goodwill isn't just about how you treat others, it's also about preserving and nurturing your sense of self-worth. By refraining from causing harm, you not only avoid trouble but elevate your spirit. When you live with sincerity and kindness, you'll be surprised at how much goodness will come your way, and you'll feel a deeper connection to the true meaning of life. 3. Don't chase after meaningless or worthless gains. The wise know that sometimes the best path is one of moderation. They understand that it's often better to accept small losses in the short term for a greater, more meaningful gain in the long term. Chasing after wealth for the sake of wealth, or seeking out rewards that ultimately hold no real value, only leads to emptiness. True peace and stability come from living with integrity and focusing on what truly matters. A life centered on material accumulation without purpose or personal fulfillment can lead to burnout and disillusionment. On the other hand, those who live with a spirit of generosity, who are content with what they have and take time to appreciate it, often find that life gives back more than they expected. This mindset isn't just about giving to others, but about being grateful for the blessings already present in your life. As many wise teachings have emphasized, the key to receiving is learning to give from the heart. Whether it's your time, your knowledge, or your resources, when you give with sincerity and without expectation of something in return, you open the door to receiving what is truly valuable in life. This doesn't just apply to material goods, but to emotional and spiritual rewards as well. Living a life of balance and self-respect, where you're not constantly chasing after what's fleeting or shallow, will bring you a sense of fulfillment that no amount of material wealth can offer. True happiness is not found in the pursuit of endless accumulation, but in appreciating what you already have and offering it freely to others. By focusing on giving and living with gratitude, you'll often find that life provides more than you could ever chase after. These are the rewards that build a life of true happiness and stability. Third, 3 people not to associate with. 1. Don't associate with unhappy and selfish people. The company you keep plays a significant role in shaping your emotional and mental well-being. Associating with unhappy and selfish people can be draining, as they often bring negativity and a lack of empathy into your life. These individuals prioritize their own needs and desires above all else, disregarding the emotional value of sincere relationships. Being around selfish people is like trying to build a house on an unstable foundation. It's only a matter of time before it all crumbles. These people often fail to recognize the importance of mutual respect and support in relationships. They measure everything in terms of what they can gain, disregarding the sacrifices and contributions of others. The moment their interests are no longer served, they'll quickly turn their backs, leaving you hurt and betrayed. Selfish individuals tend to manipulate situations for personal gain, using charm and pretense to build trust, only to betray that trust when it suits them. This behavior can deeply wound relationships and leave you questioning the integrity of those around you. With such people, there's always a sense of imbalance. You give, you sacrifice, but they only take, leaving you emotionally and mentally exhausted. What's worse, selfish people lack empathy, the cornerstone of healthy, lasting relationships. Without honesty and genuine care, relationships with these individuals are hollow, and there's always the looming fear of betrayal. The energy you put into such one-sided relationships can drain you, making it difficult to find true connections and support. On the other hand, surrounding yourself with compassionate and empathetic people can have a transformative effect. These are the individuals who value meaningful connections and who offer not only support but also encouragement to help you grow. With them, you'll find sincerity and mutual care, which nurtures emotional well-being and promotes positive values in life. Choosing the right people to associate with is like choosing the path you want your life to follow. When you make a conscious decision to spend time with those who share your values, who genuinely care for you, and who support your growth, you build a solid foundation for your happiness. Steer clear of selfish and unhappy people who drain your energy, as they only stand in the way of your happiness and personal development. 2. Don't associate with people who think only of their benefits. Selfishness is one of the most damaging qualities a person can have. People who only care about their benefits often disregard the needs and sacrifices of others. They measure everything in terms of their gains and losses, placing their interests above relationships, emotions, and morals. This mindset leads to one-sided exploitative relationships where only one person benefits, while the other is left empty. Selfish individuals can be manipulative. They often pretend to be friendly, kind, and trustworthy to gain your trust, but when it suits their own needs, they will not hesitate to betray friends, family, or colleagues for personal gain. The betrayal of such people cuts deeply because it's rooted in a lack of genuine care or loyalty. This kind of relationship can result in emotional scars and make it harder to trust others in the future. The damage they cause to relationships is profound, leaving you questioning your worth and the authenticity of others' intentions. When you're in a relationship with a selfish person, it's like being in a one-sided arrangement. You are always the one giving, whether it's your time, energy, or resources, while they only take. They'll never appreciate or acknowledge your contributions, leading to emotional depletion and a sense of being used. Over time, this imbalance becomes exhausting, not just mentally but also financially and physically. Such individuals often lack the core qualities needed for meaningful, lasting relationships: honesty, empathy, and integrity. Without these foundational traits, it's impossible to build trust, and you'll find that any connection you share with them is shallow and fragile. These relationships carry a constant risk, as selfish people will exploit or discard you whenever it benefits them. They view people as stepping stones, not partners, which can leave you feeling unappreciated and drained. On the other hand, when you choose to surround yourself with people who are compassionate, who value relationships, and who offer genuine care, your life transforms. These individuals not only support you during tough times, but also celebrate your successes and encourage your growth. Their presence in your life fosters positive values and helps you become the best version of yourself. Choosing who you associate with is a critical decision. It's like choosing the direction your life will take. When you prioritize relationships with those who are trustworthy, empathetic, and supportive, you create a strong, positive foundation for your life. Stay away from selfish, self-centered individuals who, over time, will only drain your energy and undermine your happiness. Instead, invest your time and energy into people who bring value, kindness, and mutual respect to your life, and watch how it enhances your journey. 3. Don't associate with untrustworthy people. Trust is one of the most fundamental values in human relationships. As the saying goes, without trust, you live without truly knowing. Untrustworthy people not only fail to earn others' trust, but they also erode their own integrity and self-worth. When someone is untrustworthy, they undermine the very foundation that relationships, whether personal, professional, or social, are built on. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. No matter how close you may feel to someone, if they lack trustworthiness, they will ultimately treat you as a mere tool to be used for their advantage. Untrustworthy individuals are willing to break promises and abandon their principles if they serve their immediate needs. They treat their words as nothing more than temporary instruments to gain superficial trust from others, only to discard them when it no longer benefits them. This behavior not only damages relationships but can also lead to emotional harm and deep feelings of betrayal when the truth comes to light. Being around such individuals is not only a waste of time but can lead to serious consequences in every area of life. Trusting them will likely result in disappointment, hurt, and instability. In professional settings, they may sabotage your plans or reputation. In personal relationships, you may experience betrayal and a sense of deep emotional loss. Their unreliability creates an environment of uncertainty, and associating with them can leave you feeling drained and disillusioned. On the other hand, trustworthy people are the ones who build lasting and meaningful relationships. These are the individuals who keep their promises, stand by their word, and operate with integrity. Trustworthy people understand that consistency in words and actions is essential to maintaining long-term trust. They value relationships and approach life with a sense of reliability that makes them true friends and dependable allies. At the core of maintaining personal dignity and character is the ability to follow through on commitments. When you speak, your words should reflect your values, and when you make a promise, you should honor it. Trust isn't just a personal moral standard. It's the bedrock of any lasting relationship. Associating with untrustworthy people only leads to emotional fatigue, disappointment, and loss of confidence in others. In life, it's essential to choose your associations carefully. Surround yourself with those who keep their promises, value emotional connections, and understand the importance of trust. As the old saying goes, trust is worth more than gold. True, trustworthy relationships are priceless, and they deserve to be nurtured, honored, and cherished. So, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned today. We've discussed some essential principles that can truly transform the way we approach life, from avoiding comparisons with others to choosing the right people to surround ourselves with. Whether it's focusing on self-growth, living with sincerity, or nurturing trust in our relationships, These steps can help us build a life that's not only more peaceful but also more meaningful. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's one key lesson you've learned today that you're committed to putting into practice in your own life? Drop a comment below and share with us how you plan to make this change. Let's continue the conversation and learn from each other. If you enjoyed this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.